when faced with fraud trials today, you're taught very early on that you want to follow where the money goes. And I think you can apply that to most legal problems if you replace money with the word advantage. Where's the advantage in all of this? So we can see from the Dutch accounts that you've got Collins giving up this plot. He's giving up the plot completely freely. He's not tortured. He's not under threat of torture. And this is very important to them. And the fact that he's not tortured suggests again that people were concerned about the efficacy of torture, both morally, legally, and perhaps even for the underlying facts. So the Dutch rely on this. Collins then leaves, not executed. He comes back to England, and he puts in a detailed and lurid account. Some might even say dramatic account of his interrogation. He's strung up, he comes down again, he back and forth. It almost reads like a play. How far can we rely on that? Well, there are a number of points of concern about Collins. Firstly, we know that Collins isn't executed, and that seems to me very important. Why? Why wasn't he executed? Secondly, we know that there were problems with Towson before this took place. We know that Collins was likely to have to leave the island. There was talk about having all his assets removed. He was a broken man. Is he really going to undergo extensive torture to save Towson? Secondly, somebody who is in the position that Collins is in, someone who may recognise that the only real chance he's got for staying alive is by giving up a plot. Is it plausible to think that that person is going to require he be tortured first before he gives his plot up? Put that together with the fact that on his return to England, Collins has every reason to say that he was tortured, that his confession was obtained by torture. If we put all of those together, it seems to me that the weight of the evidence leans in favour of the fact that Collins did give up the plot. He did say that there was a plot in advance of torture. If that's correct, if Collins did do that, that then forces us, doesn't it, then to look back at the Dutch. They're in a febrile environment. They think that there's a plot. And then they then have unforced evidence provided to them by Collins, saying, yes, no, you're entirely right, there is a plot. We know that Collins got special treatment, wasn't executed. And if that analysis is correct, I'd suggest that the Dutch wanted the kind of plot that Collins gave them. It suggests that they would have given him the same information that they gave to everyone else, and that Collins simply gave it back to them. So, looking at the evidence here, it seems to me, given that the Dutch are clear they tortured other people, they're not shy of that fact, and given the special treatment that Collins received, we have good grounds for thinking that Collins wasn't tortured, and in fact a lot of this problem and the eventual result of it may well be traceable back to him.